4 days. So I've got 4 days left in Bath. That's a thing. I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about all the things that I'm really excited to go back to, because talking every day about all the things I'm sad about leaving is just not good for morale. Today I'm going to talk about my experience with Stratford-upon-Avon. There is a difference because there's a place called Stratford that is far away from Stratford-upon-Avon, so there's a difference. Note that. Alright, so we saw 2 Shakespeare productions, and we also saw a Moliere production. The first production that we saw was Anthony and Cleopatra, and that was at the Royal Shakespeare Theatre Company at the Swan Theatre, which is right on the edge of Stratford, right by like the river, and it's gorgeous and phenomenal and really, really cool. They actually had like a mini beach in the back of the stage. Whenever a character would die, they would like rise up and go to the back and then go off into the ocean. It was lots of symbolism in it. It was very cool. The actors did an amazing job, and there were some parts that were kind of lacking. The second show that I saw was in Brighton. I believe it was in Brighton. Yes. And we saw Tartuffe with Mark Williams from the Harry Potter movies, and he's also from other things, but he played Mr. Weasley, so that was like, what? Because I didn't even look up anything about the production ahead of time, so then we got there and I saw the poster and I was like, what? Mark Williams is in this production, and he was so funny and he was great. And it was a really random role for him to play because the character of Tartuffe is very lazy and annoying and obnoxious, and Mark Williams is just the complete opposite of that. It was funny, it was entertaining, it was modern in outfits and in jokes, so we all really enjoyed it. My professors, who are, very classically inclined, did not like the changes that were made, but they interacted with the audience a lot. It's like we're in a play! Anyone in my program will get that joke, so that's why I made that. And the last one we saw was King Richard II, which had Mr. David Tennant, who was also in the Harry Potter movies. He played Barty Crouch Jr. But more importantly, he was the Doctor for like 5 years. Really, really hysterical guy, playing an extremely tragic character. Well, he's a king, so he's kind of pompous at the beginning, and then his life becomes pretty tragic. I'm a minority in liking Shakespeare tragedies, and they did a really cool job with it. They actually had one where it was like a platform that would like lower down, and that's where like the king would sit on his throne. And then at the very end, they had a trap door that was basically the entire front of the stage, and it just lifted, and he was laying down there in kind of a Jesus pose, and it was really sad, and he was betrayed by everyone who followed and loved him. So it was really depressing, but it was a really good production, and so I really liked it. Here's the footage from that. Morgan! Is it video? Yeah.
The boys one. Oh, never mind.
Do you? Do you like them?
I don't like them anymore. Shakespeare's burial ground. In case you were questioning if this is the correct place for Shakespeare's grave. Thank you, Holy Trinity. Much appreciated. Again, in case you were worried that you weren't in the right place, Shakespeare's grave. They outlined it and everything. He's the only one to be outlined. And there's my husband's bust. And once again, documented proof that this is Shakespeare's burial ground. There he is. I feel like people were suspect, and so the church had to find every way to prove it. Birth. Death. These gravestones are so old that you basically can't see the names of anybody on them. meaning that life is fleeting, and we should respect it as is. Say that one more time.
Wait, the whole story?
Yeah, the whole story.
So we went to a pub called Black Swan. It is also known as the Dirty Duck, which calls to question, is a black swan nothing more than a dirty duck?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. This is a cute little garden. And right next to it a cafe. Oh, how convenient. Shakespeare's birthplace.
Das, 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 das. Now am I dead? Now am I fled? My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die! 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 There.
Great, so thanks for joining me on my countdown of leaving Bath. I've got 4 days left. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video about all the things I'm really excited to go back to so that I can get out of this funk of being sad. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye!